What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. My name is D-Free, and in this video, we are going to talk about the Ultimate Gohan Intelligence Types Extreme Z Awaken. I did actually put this information out on my community tab, and that's like where you can see like just me doing like random little posts and talking to you guys, basically. Make sure you turn that on so you guys can stay up to date, of course, and notifications of the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you happen to be new, by the way. As far as this Gohan is concerned, he will be Extreme Z Awakening, I believe, on the 12th on JP. So stay tuned for that. And we're going to go ahead and go over him. Now, I do want to go over him. Wow. We're going to go over the unit. Anyways, I do want to point out that we did do some predictions previously. So if you guys want to see how right or wrong, I guess I was, feel free to check that out. Link will be down below in the description. It'll also pop right on the screen in the final 20 seconds of this video. So leader skill is as we would expect. 3 keys, 70%. His passive, or excuse me, his super attack is literally the same, except it changes from supreme to being immense. I was hoping that it would at least stay this way. I thought it was possible they would add defense too, but nonetheless, greatly raising his attack is actually pretty wild. Like, this whole verbiage here, this text here is totally different. And before we proceed, I do want to show this too. Because there are a lot of units in the game that have this type of mechanic, but a lot of them don't really do it as well as this unit does in particular. This is not the right one, it's the other one actually. So I want to show this really quick before we proceed, just to kind of show off how good he really is. He greatly raises, these are the units that do it, plus 50%, and you know, of course, no longer supreme. He now has immense, so the modifier gets a lot better, a lot more significant. There's a unit like LR Vegito Blue who gets attack and defense, and he doesn't get the great raise. It's only 20%. It's not a greatly raises. So just to quantify how valuable and how powerful that truly is, he's getting basically a premium buff from that. So that's apparently the best one in the game. There are, you know, there's the 6-turn ones, the turn limited ones, and those are equivalent for 50%. But otherwise, all the other ones, especially the ones that do not have turn restrictions, seem to be, you know, 20%, 30%, things of that nature. Of course, because they are also applying defense, but still, that's something to point out. And another thing that's interesting too is that his most close competition has immense, has the raises attack mechanic, but does not have great raises. So that's another thing to consider as far as the competition goes where these two are concerned. So we're going to come back to that though. The passive skill, he keeps the key plus 5, basically auto supers. Attack and defense plus 40% when key is 7 or more. So he's basically the same. This kind of threw me off for a second because it kind of looked like he just gets the key plus 5 at the start of the turn, which I guess either way it doesn't really matter. He's basically automatically supering whenever he gets to 7 key. But he picks up 80% attack and 40% defense. So here's my deal. I do not underestimate this, because just because it's a low percentage number, that is not a bad thing. That is them just literally balancing this unit, because he already has insanely high stats. And if we want to talk about another really premium unit that does the stack thing as well, just to kind of gauge it a little more. No, I'm not saying that this character is as good as everybody's favorite, Mr. LRVB here, but I mean, I kind of want to do a little brief comparison. He gets 80% attack and defense, and we know how amazing he is, right? He's doing millions of damage. And he also greatly raises attack for 1 turn, I guess. I said he doesn't greatly raise earlier, but I mean, he's doing it for 1 turn. But Gohan literally can stack that. But I digress. He's getting 18 keys, so I don't really mind it. Otherwise, he has 19,000 attack, fully maxed out. Gohan has SA level 15 potential because of the Extreme Z Awakening. And apparently, at max value, unless, I don't think this is the right stats. I can, we'll go ahead and pull it up. Yeah, I don't think those are the right stats. We'll go ahead and pull it up over on DBZ.space, because I do want to see how that actually does break down stat-wise. I'm pretty sure I can get it to show up, because those stats seem really low, actually. It's not going to feed into what I wanted to talk about at all. Okay, yeah, 15,000. I'm pretty sure that's about where he was, yeah. Yeah, same stat. Okay, EZA. Nope, just going to show me what he does. Okay, unless there's a separate tab. Somebody told me that there's tabs up here, and I've seen him before, but nah, not this time. I don't see him. Extreme Z Awakening only available in the Japanese version. Will you show me it? No, you will not show me it. You will not show me how good he is. You will not show me how good he is. Okay, cool. Huh. I'm just crazy, aren't I? This is just not working. All right, let me do this really quick, and then we'll come back to it. because I did want to show. Otherwise, man, I mean, yeah, there's little tabs here, and this is my example. Yeah, I guess they just don't have it on here yet, but anyways, his stats are going to go up, okay? He already had 15,000. Stats are going to go up via the Extreme Z Awakening SA level 15. He's getting greatly raises and immense. He's getting 80% here. The defense is literally just enough for him to be competitive defensively and not get one shot. And that in conjunction, of course, with the viable links that he has, this character can be really, really good, and he's going to be doing a ton of damage, especially if he's able to pop off additional super attacks or things of that nature. He is ultimately going to be doing a lot of damage. And the thing about this is this literally effectively makes him better than the other one. And the thing is, he can't be better than the other one because he can't be used on the same teams. Like, that is one thing I've always had an issue with. Now, this guy gets a flat 120. Of course, that's better than a flat 80 on the other character, but just in like literally 2 or 3 super attacks or so, I'm sure this one starts out damaging, if he doesn't already, because this guy, again, getting that plus 7,000 potential system boost, while this guy over here is getting plus 5,000. He already has a massive advantage. And then, of course, the medium chance to guard against attacks is still a nice little cookie-cutter thing, and then the support to allies, just more on a granular level, I guess. As far as the individual unit goes and their individual output, this guy is going to definitely just be better. Greatly raising his attack versus just a regular raise. Gohan's way too slow to keep up, this Gohan. So that's one of the things I do want to talk about. And unfortunately, like I said, he can't really be used on the same teams otherwise, but I think he'll still find his place, especially among teams like Super INT and things of that nature. Right now, only on these 2 categories, so hopefully in the future, they add some categories that they're not both a part of. Like, you know, the full power category, for example. There are versions of units in there that have other versions. For example, the cell versions. I don't know, man. STR should be in there, but he's not. But the other ones are. So nonetheless, there are things like that. So hopefully they do that. Now, for the last little tidbit, if you guys are wondering about the Extreme Z Awakening, as far as like what team is strong against it, the Majin Buu Saga is the category that will be good against that. And of course, you can also use other teams, but that will only give you the best success rate. And otherwise, you can also use the Extreme INT team, or excuse me, Extreme Physical, and that should be able to clear very well. I know that maybe somebody probably sees what I was looking for, but I legit do not see it, so forgive me. I did want to try to show how big of a jump his stats got, but I don't see it, unfortunately, and DBZ Space also was not showing me. So, yeah, nonetheless, the character is really, really good. Again, if you're underwhelmed, that is understandable, but that's only, I would say, a lot. I don't want to say only, but a lot of it is because you're just looking at the number. Don't worry about the number too much. Worry about everything else, the intangibles, SA level 15, the basically LR equivalent stats. His stats are basically going to be equivalent to LRs. They already kind of are, to be honest. And then also the great attack raise. And then the teams he would be on. Things of that nature. Anyways, have an awesome day. Thank you. And I'll catch you all in the next one.